Frank Winters.
And good morning. It is 22 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from the Roswell Chamber of Commerce. Actually, it's the first time we've had you on the radio with us here. Trace Jolliff. Am I saying that right? The last call? Okay. I always know if I always say Trace, so I don't say the last name very often. So, and then also joining us from SWOP. I'm guessing one of our new chamber or newer chamber members here, Yvette Gonzales as well. Good morning.
Good morning.
How's everybody doing today?
Great.
Good deal. So, first off, before we start talking a little bit about your business and stuff, I want to give Trace an opportunity to talk upcoming events, because I know we've got a bevy of things coming up over the next few weeks here that we want to kind of put on people's radar, from football to business after hours to all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah, we got a lot of fun stuff. So we have Unexpected Guests, the Roswell Little Theater.
Yes, one more weekend.
Yes, so Friday and Saturday it starts at 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday is 2:30.
Yes, yeah, and this is weekend number 2, which means there's already been a weekend of shows, which just past history, they usually fill up a little bit more on it because people saw it. It's like, oh, such a great play, you should go, and they bring their friends the next week. So it would behoove you to maybe go to their website, roswelltheater.com. They spell theater like live theater, Theatre, and order your tickets online there. That way you're guaranteed. Now, they sell them at the door, but like I'm saying, I think they open the door about 6:30. You might want to be there closer to that, just in case you roll in at like 7:15 and they might be sold out. So
yeah, you don't want to miss it.
Exactly. So just they'll bust their hump to try to get you in there, but do yourself do some preemptive work and go get it online.
Yes, and then Saturday is a fun-filled day for the town of Roswell.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on.
Yes, so Saturday morning at 9, the Walk to End Alzheimer's.
Yeah, Alzheimer's Walk is their annual
Cielo
event.
Grande.
Yeah, Cielo Grande. I think you can still walk, and if nothing else, go out there and give somebody some money. They'll be happy to take that from you.
Yeah,
and all of it
stop with me and get a photo op.
There you go. Are you going to be out there?
Yeah.
I know our American Legion's going to be walking out there, and I know there's a bunch of teams. So hopefully you're already with the team. But if you're not, come on out, support, and see, because they do a lot. It's not just the walk; they do a lot of stuff to remember the people suffering from Alzheimer's, those we've lost Alzheimer's, and those fighting the fight. And hopefully every year we have this. I feel like we're getting closer to one year saying, guess what? We got the cure for Alzheimer's. Like it was about a year ago. They said, hey, we made some progress, and like the biggest progress in years. So these walks are very supportive of that.
Yes.
So please come on out this Saturday and support.
Yeah. And then also Saturday at 11, St. Mark's Pumpkin Patch is having the ribbon cutting.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it'll be at the St. Mark's Church.
And I think they're open for like a week of pumpkin patching. Mm-hmm. And again, just from prior experience, don't wait till the end back half of the week to go get pumpkins. Go there early, because people like to get pumpkins, and there's less of them later in the week. So if you want to get the right, if you're looking for a specific, it's got to be 3 foot by 3 foot with this and smiley foot, then get there early.
Yes,
and that way you can have a bigger selection. So and you're supporting St. Mark's, who do a lot of great stuff for our community.
And the Yarn Shop is having their seasonal change stash building sale.
Okay.
All day Saturday.
Okay.
They open at 10 and they close at 4.
Okay.
So all day, go get your yarn.
Nice. And it's because it's a season change. And my mom, growing up, was a crocheter. Mm-hmm. And she was like big time crocheting. Like she used to do like when you buy like the pattern books and you have the picture of the Afghan on it. She was actually making those Afghans for the pattern books and have to take pictures. Yeah, she got way into this. She was, But anyway.
Yes. And they're located at 103 North Pennsylvania Avenue.
They're hoarders. People like that are hoarders. And what they do is they'll buy all their yarns and things. And so like when it's a seasonal change, it's like, ooh, they're getting ready to put the Christmas stuff. I better grab the fall and summer stuff
so
now.
So I can have it for next season.
And it's not like cookies. They're good forever. So they sit in a closet till 20 years after they pass away, and then you got to clean it out. But that's another story for another day.
Yes.
But yes, this is the time to go hit your...
Yes, go get your yarn.
Resupply your stash.
Yes. So ENMUR is having their food pantry ribbon cutting.
Good.
October the 27th.
Okay.
At 11.
So that's next week?
Yes.
Okay.
At ENMUR.
Very good. Where the pantry is.
Yes, where the pantry's at.
Good deal. And that's for it's new. They just started for the students. if you're a student there at ENUMR and you need food or anything or want to donate, or it's a food pantry, they go there. They'll take care of you. It's I think they'll help anyone, but it's kind of designed to serve the needs of the students there at the campus. So, but it's a great idea.
Yes, the Roswell Symphony Spooktacular.
All right.
It's Saturday. It's the orchestra.
Yes, they are.
Saturday, October 29th at 7 p.m. at the Pearson Auditorium.
Yep. Of course, they just had Jazz Fest and all that. Now
Jazz Fest was a big hit.
Rolling into Halloween. By the way, and I say this every time, the RSO is like the New Mexico Symphony Orchestra. We're the, it's called Roswell Symphony Orchestra, but it's professional orchestra members from all over this state and neighboring states. And they really serve as New Mexico Symphony Orchestra more than just Roswell. It's called Roswell. It's home here, but it's a bigger deal than that. And
of course,
So I just want to, you're seeing something bigger than you think you're seeing when you go to their event here, the Spooktacular event.
Yes. And trick or treats are coming up. So the Chimera Trunk or Treat is Saturday, October 29th. From 5 to 8 in the Chimera parking lot.
Okay, they're at their main complex there.
Yeah.
Very good. Which is over there by all the other medical stuff.
Yeah, it's in the medical district of Roswell.
Look for the one with the ambulance. Oh, wait.
And then Fort Stanton Historical Site Trunk or Treat. Is October 30th. So you can hit 2 trunk or treats in a weekend.
Yeah. Of course, you might have to do a little traveling to go to Fort Stanton and all, which, by the way, is if you've never been to Fort Stanton, it's really cool. Like, there's a lot more there than meets the eye. Like, I used to drive by it all the time, and you got the little cemetery, and y'all know they got a big full museum. They've got all the things you can walk through the corridors and everything. It's really kind of neat to check out. So if you're going to Lincoln and that area, make a trip over to Fort Stanton. And you actually, they offer a deal if you're going to Lincoln and tour the courthouse and all that. You can buy a package deal for it's like $15 to get you into both Fort Stanton and the stuff in Lincoln there.
And that's from 5:30 to 7 p.m.
So while you're doing all that, then stick around and
grab some candy.
Load up on candy before you head back down the hill. So, yeah.
And we have 2 more events I'm going to talk about. Make Your Skeleton Dance, the Historical Genealogy Research Library.
Okay.
That'll be at the
Wilson Cobb?
Bassett.
Oh, the Bassett Auditorium. Okay.
Yes, auditorium.
They're at the conventions.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's November
Museum,
5th.
I'm sorry.
November 5th.
Okay.
So you want to get your tickets before October 22nd, so before this weekend.
So deadline.
After. So if you're a library member, it's $55.
Okay.
If you're a non-member, it's $60.
Okay. And if you're a member of the Genealogical Society, is that the one we're talking about?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then
which, by the way, is very affordable.
Oh yeah.
I think it's like $5 a year or something. It may be a little bit more than that, but it's not much.
And then after this weekend, tickets are $65.
Good deal.
Registration start at 8:30.
8:30.
So it's a lot of fun stuff that they're going to be doing.
It sounds like it. Excellent. Yeah, and if you want to learn more, if you're into family history and all that, go out to the Wilson Cobb, to the Genealogical Society, and like I said, you be a member. I think it's like $5 or $10 a year or something. It's very affordable, and they of course have access to all your Ancestry.coms and all that stuff, but they have that full library of all that stuff too. So especially if you've got family that that their roots are in this area, they probably got some information on them in that area. And of course so it's kind of like if you love genealogy and stuff, they take you to the next level.
Oh yeah.
And you can go really digging deep into that. So if you want to come out to this event, learn more about them.
Yeah.
And while you're at the museum, go ahead and see all the beautiful artwork there. On your way to the Bassett Auditorium, the room there, you can head out and walk down some of the other hallways and see some of the beautiful art there.
Yeah. And then Christmas events are hitting.
Yeah.
So the Winter Wonderland, it's benefiting the Chavez County CASA programs in the Artesia Children's Advocacy Center.
Okay.
It'll be at First American Bank November 18th.
Okay.
At 5.
All right.
Tickets are $50.
Perfect. Okay.
And there'll be a live auction event.
Okay.
The auction website opens November 1st.
So be one of the first to get in there and see the amazing stuff they always have for bidding every year.
Of course, you can plan your budget accordingly.
Right.
Accordingly,
and then
what
blow
you
it out the window.
Yeah, of course. That's the fun of it.
Well, it's all shopping for gifts.
Yes.
For gifts.
And you're helping.
Yeah.
You're helping local businesses. And
exactly.
CASA.
And not to mention, the yeoman's work that goes on at CASA.
You're helping children.
Yeah. For folks that don't know, CASA they are the voice for the kids in the court and things. When kids are in foster care and going through the system like that, they are the advocate for that kid. They're the ones that are visiting the families, making sure the kids in a good, safe environment, and then reporting to the judge on what they're seeing and doing, and allowing. So they're an integral part in helping these kids being taken care of, making sure that they're being raised in good environments and things like that. And it's a rough job. These are all volunteers, and they deal with, because it's all emotional stuff. You got parents and kids, and taking kids away from parents, and it's no fun. Yeah. And these volunteers don't get paid a dime, and they come in and serve as advocates and stuff. So by you coming and making these business, that you're supporting these people that are supporting these kids in our community. So, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. They do all kinds of other programs and things, but that's kind of their main job. Yes. Their day job, I guess, not their side night job. Yeah. Good deal. What's next on the radar? Did we get it all?
And just make sure you have your eyes looked out for the winter edition of the Roswell Now magazine. That'll be coming out in the next month or so.
Okay, very good. Anything we want to tease that you look for in that next edition? She'd be the lady to know.
Yeah.
So if anybody knows what's going to be in it, it's going to be Trace. She's kind of has an inside track on that
one. We're going to have a cool coloring page for the kids.
Okay.
And some really informative stories.
Okay.
And we have some fun stories about Christmas and families. And
sure. If when you get the magazine, and if you have a mailbox in Chaves County, it comes out once a quarter. Don't just round file it with the other sale flyers and everything.
No, read it. It's a lot of fun stuff.
I tell people, just take it, put it on that space in your bathroom. We all read in the bathroom. I don't care what anybody says. Don't act like you don't. We're all multitaskers.
Oh, of course.
Whether it's for joy or work, we're reading it. Just take a copy, lay it there by within arm's reach of your toilet, and then next time you got to go, you're like, oh wait, I got the magazine there, and then you got.
And we're always looking for writers and photographers that are over the age of 17.
Yeah.
And come by the office, drop off some samples, or email us, call us.
Photographers and stuff. I know you get a lot of contributions from, some of our authors, the Joy Riders.
Yes, the Joy Riders are fantastic.
Writers, not riders, just to make sure people.
Yes.
I'm sure there's a Joy Riders. These are Joy Writers.
Yes.
Just to clear that up.
Yeah.
So, definitely. Please reach out, because it's a community magazine for everybody. And I don't know, every issue that comes out, people are like, oh man, like we get our, the annual, our special people edition and all that. Those are very popular. Well, the holiday edition, you're going to want to get to.
Yes.
So, very good.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for that here in probably next few weeks or so.
Yes.
Excellent. Good deal. And of course, we got Yvette here. I guess we just say latest chamber member, or just one of the
more recent.
More recent ones. We'll go with that. We have so many. There's so many out there. We don't know what to do. So so first off, what is SWOP? We were trying to figure it out, and I was like, I'm not even going to try to botch it. It's Southwest something.
Organic Producers.
Organic Producers.
Yes.
There you go. So, and I know you guys have been around for quite a bit now. I've seen your signage and everything, but kind of talk a little bit. I mean, obviously you do cannabis, but kind of talk about the scope and range of what that entails in 2023 for you guys in the new world here.
Yeah, so we opened last year in April.
Okay.
So we're kind of new to the community here in Roswell.
Gotcha.
We are out of Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Gotcha.
But we do consultations for medical patients, medical cannabis patients. Recreational did hit recently, so we are also.
You are in the recreational side as well.
Yes,
too.
thank
Very
goodness.
Good.
Thank goodness we were able to get in there.
That really helps the bottom line when you got a lot bigger client pool to pull from there.
It does.
I'm not a marketing genius, but that feels like that's signed to more money.
Yes. We do have a lot of medical patients. We service mostly medical patients, but we do recreational. We're very grateful that we are able to do that in this community.
Absolutely.
And we started that in July, I believe. It was June or July.
Okay.
I think.
And I can tell, for folks on the medical side, is it for people, because I imagine you're probably getting a lot of folks that are like around my age or a little older, and maybe have not sampled cannabis since, earlier time in their lives.
Since college days. Since the college days.
And obviously, if you were indulging in cannabis in, say, the 90s or the 80s or then, And then you come to today, it's a whole different ball game.
Yes.
It's I'm going to make a joke. Please don't take offense. The nerds got involved. What happened.
They sure did. They geeked it out.
And they've turned it into, and this is what, and to be honest, and I think, because someday they're going to federally legal make it right.
We're hoping so.
Someday it's just the trends are going to tell us that someday, and when that happens, it's going to, because that's when then you can start going across state lines, and you're going to start seeing big boys. And I imagine this is companies like yourself probably kind of look into this in the future, because that's when your Anheuser-Busch's and your Philip Morris's are going to start getting involved, and you know what happens when they start getting involved.
Oh yeah.
So businesses like yourself now are kind of establishing, building that reputation. So when someday they do this, maybe you guys can get in that market. Next thing you know, you're in neighboring states, and it's a regional, then maybe national. Carrier.
Definitely. Maybe the insurance companies will start paying for it too.
Yeah, of course. we're way off from all of that.
Yeah, for a while.
But what I mean is, it's not, you just don't sell joints or flowers and marijuana anymore. It's so much. There's so many different ways to
consume,
and they've scienced the heck out of it to a point where they can literally tell you types of strains and things and say, okay, you're trying to solve this. Then you're going to want this, because that's specifically, it's going to give you this, but it's not going to make you do this. And that's a lot of how the cannabis is this day. And especially, and then, some of it doesn't even have THC, so there's no mind altering effects at all. You get like arthritis things. They've got lotions with CBD in it that has no THC that helps with pain. But if you need THC because you're dealing with, like, say, cancer or something, and you need the ability to want to eat, people are dealing with cancer or dealing like glaucoma or any of these painful or afflictions that are just limiting what they can do. They're finding that cannabis is crossing that threshold for them, and I imagine we'll find even more in the mental health world when they do more science and things, because there's a lot of science in where there's kids with these ADHD, these all these problems that they're now saying, hey, with the right strains in cannabis, we can control that, and it's much more natural. It's not chemical. It's natural things
less
that
side
are doing.
Effects.
Yes, and
less
so
side effects.
You're not dealing with Oh yeah. By the way, I'm not having this problem, but now I'm peeing blue.
Yeah, exactly.
Or something like that.
Exactly. You might get the munchies, but nothing crazy.
And if you're like, well, I can't smoke. I smoke. I hack. Well, great.
We have gummies. We have drinks. We have lemonades. We have
cakes and
everything.
Or you got little drops that you can put in other things to make it like a. So if you're like, well, I love my soda water, coffee, you can put a couple drops in that if you want. And so there's lots of ways to get it into your system. So if you're dealing with those, that's talk to the medical side here and say,
definitely.
Hey, because I'm sure you got healthcare professionals that they can set appointment and talk with about it and see if cannabis might help you with some of these issues. And next thing you know, you're at a point where you're not suffering anymore.
And we also have a doctor that does medical cards for PT. He does PTSD evaluations, and we do them for free.
I'm curious too, because has the state changed some of the requirements for what qualifies as medical now? They were very limited on what it was, and I've heard they're kind of expanding.
They have extended that list and they've added more qualifying conditions to that list, which has been really good because it's helped a lot of people with different things that they have going on.
Because I've known people they're like, okay, I'm having anxiety issues and things. That doesn't qualify for medical, but I got back pain, and that does. And so they're like, my back's not that bad, but it's really helping with this. So,
exactly.
I mean, it's kind of.
And the anxiety might be coming from the back pain because you're sick of it.
Well, and that's just it. There's a number of things. And so,
definitely.
So it's good to see they're starting to say, okay, this is more than just PTSD or physical knee, back pain or something like that.
Exactly.
I mean, it's very valuable for those, but I think it could go much deeper than that.
Yes,
People
definitely.
with, even personality
mental
issues
health,
and things.
Mental health, depression, depression and stuff. There's some strains that help with that also.
I think under the right supervision and doctor's care, we could probably make breakthroughs in some science here.
Yes, definitely. And there are doctors that are for cannabis. Also, of course, there's some that are not, but there are some that are, and they're worried about their
it's
their
like any
quality of
other
life.
thing. You have to be responsible. You have to be an adult with it. To be honest, if as far as the recreational side goes, I believe marijuana is safer than alcohol. That's just me.
I agree.
I know people would disagree with me on that, but I don't know a lot of people, getting in domestic violence fights over weed.
We haven't had any issues like a bar at our location.
Yeah, I'm just, I know, and I'm going to let science do all that. This is just my opinion. I'm thinking, if you don't have a problem with someone going to a bar and have a beer, I don't think you should have a problem with someone at home smoking a joint.
Exactly.
To me, to be honest, one's less because there's not addictive properties and no hangover. Guess what? You drink a bunch of beers, the next morning you kind of feel like crap.
Yeah, and you don't want to get crazy either. Yeah. You just want to go relax. You're like, everyone just chill out.
Yeah. So I get that. So I understand that. And I come, I know not everyone agrees with that. And guess what? You're allowed to do that. But if you're dealing with health issues, medical issues, maybe cannabis might be that option. Maybe not smoking weed, but maybe it's a lotion or a
tincture, a gummy. Yeah, and we do consultations. We do free consultations at our location, 610 West 2nd.
Yeah.
We do free consultations for anybody. And you don't have to have a card.
Since it's recreational now, you're like, hey, I'm dealing with this. Is there something that you can help me with? And you're saying, you know what? If you're dealing with anxiety, this is something you might want to try. And we don't have the restrictions of requiring a medical card. Now, granted, once you figure out that that's something you go get your medical card. You're going to save a ton of money.
Definitely.
They don't tax medical people. They do tax recreational.
Yes, they do.
And New Mexico's getting their taste, and they're getting off the recreational people. So, keep supporting them because you get a taste that's good for us. But what I mean is once you determine, hey, this is medically helping me, then we can talk to a doctor, get it so that you are now carrying you prescribed that cannabis, and that way you can go and then let your people at the shop there, let them direct you, because that's the other thing too. Is I imagine everyone that works at your store there, you have to, because you're dealing with a client base that you have to educate. It's not
Definitely.
It's not like you're going to McDonald's. Everyone knows what McDonald's got. He's like, I got what I got. But they come in here and they're like, all right, I'm curious about this weed thing. Tell me what's going on, and then you guys have to really explain
exactly.
it. So your staff's pretty knowledgeable, I'm guessing, on all of that.
Yes,
stuff.
they are.
So,
yes, they are.
good
Very
deal.
friendly.
Excellent.
Happy to see people.
Get the pertinence details, store hours, and all that good stuff.
So our store hours are Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., Sundays, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. We also have a drive-through. We do have some people that can't walk. Sometimes they can't get out of their vehicle, so we do have a drive-through. We also offer curbside.
Perfect.
We have
just
online call ahead online ordering.
Right,
we do online ordering. So we are doing our very best to make it convenient for everybody.
Excellent.
And anybody. There's some people that still don't want anyone to know that they're doing that.
Sure,
so
there is that.
Drive-through and curbside work well for them. And, I'm sure soon delivery will be available as well. So
I imagine once they clear the whatever
the
legal
regulations
they got to do and all that.
The state is still, kind of doing its thing with regulations. It's still fairly new.
Sure.
They're learning. Everyone's still learning on how this works. But yeah, hopefully we'll have a delivery system soon too.
Good deal. So your company's started out of Albuquerque. How far have you? And now we're in Roswell, but I'm sure you're in other parts of the state too.
We have a location in Ruidoso on Sutterth. We have one in Hobbs that just recently opened, actually last week.
Okay.
We have our Roswell location. We have a Portales, a Clovis.
Okay.
We're really getting into rural areas.
The big towns,
rural areas,
major towns,
rural areas.
So when you're going to Ruidoso for the weekend and you forgot to hit the store here,
come see us. Yeah, come see us here. We'll give you a 10% voucher and we'll send you on your way to Ruidoso. And you can go check out that store too.
And please ask. When you go in there and ask and talk, let their experts, because this is like we all.
No question is a dumb question.
Yeah, this is a new, industry. Really, I mean, it's not, but it is. It's,
exactly. It's newly legal.
Yeah, and I just think that we're really at a point where it's like there is a lot of benefits here. This isn't like cocaine where initially they used it to treat it's like, all right, we figured out it's a narcotic. Marijuana has been around a long time. There's been a lot of testing, and I know a lot of stuff I read, it really was a lot of marketing, and from what I've heard, it was the cotton industry that really poo-pooed the cannabis industry. It was When the cotton gin was invented, Eli Whitney, that basically turned the ability to make cotton products very fast, outpacing, because most people had hemp. That was their stuff was made of hemp. And the cotton industry with the cotton gin, and it came out, and so it went to cotton's great. Oh, by the way, hemp is dangerous. It's the devil's lettuce. It causes this, and they confused it with a Mexican strain that was saying was, and I'm not trying to sound racist, but this is what they're saying, that Mexicans were coming across the border and raping women and doing stuff on this stuff, and saying this is the kind of garbage they were throwing out there, and marijuana got this, and then, well, here we sit today. And so now we're kind of
finding out that wasn't so true, huh?
Yeah, and saying, hey, you know what? They're, sure. We were abuse like any other alcohol, and you abuse it, it's going to be problems. Yep. But there are some benefits here, and I know some people disagree with this and say no. And God bless you, go do your thing. But for some people, this can help them, and I'm all for things that help people. And let's face it, how many things when we were kids are unheard of today that are now commonplace? I mean, just for me, I mean, you're a little younger, but for me, this dang phone I wanted nothing to do with this for so long. I was like, I don't want this. I like being in the car and no one get a hold of me. But now it's like, how do I live without it?
I know it's terrible.
But, and so cannabis, I think you got to look at it that same way. Okay, yeah, you used to think it was degenerates and druggies and da-da-da, and it's like, no. It's fun, recreational for those that are mature enough to handle it. But at the same time, there are people that are having life-changing, life-enhancing experiences because cannabis is helping them.
Bettering their quality of life, for sure.
So we've got to do everything we can to study, support that, and protect the people that shouldn't be on it and have it, and make sure that's not available. But at the same time, for people that need it, we need, and so we're learning all of that, and there's going to be a learning process. And so we're just living in this generation when we're the ones to see it. 20 years from now, they probably got all figured out and it's streamlined. But for right now, we're learning the bumps and bruises and learning how to make this new thing a part of the regular lexicon of society.
Yep,
and
definitely.
And so, but once it turns feds, that's when it'll all
go crazy.
When the Fed, because it's game on then.
Oh, so, yeah, for sure.
But I'm sure your company and many across this country are doing the same thing and gearing up and preparing for when and if that day ever comes, and you can start turning this into something
bigger and better
than what it is.
Yeah,
now.
bigger and better. Yeah.
And
we're actually even having an event October 29th.
Okay.
It's a growers cup.
Okay.
For local growers that
it's like a competition.
It is a competition,
like a chili cook-off, but
sort of. But cannabis
who's got
growing.
the best plant? Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Maybe it'll be a category at the fair in the future years.
Hey, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
The cannabis category. Maybe we got a big pumpkin category. Why not?
The prettiest bud wins.
You go.
Bring your best buds.
Maybe not next year. But give it time.
Don't get too crazy so quickly.
Slow down. But yeah, maybe down the road that'd be good. So when is this coming up? The growers event?
October 29th. It is in town. It is at Twin Rivers Farm off of Atkinson Street.
Okay.
It is from 1 to 9 p.m.
Okay.
21 and up, adults only. So you have to be 21 years old to be able to purchase a ticket.
It is
it's an adult
product.
fair.
Yeah.
An adult fair. We will have vendors. We'll have food trucks, costume contests, live music. We are having Common Kings, which is a really cool live band that plays reggae music.
Okay.
They'll be out there. We'll have pumpkin painting. I mean, we're just going to have
So if you're looking to learn about cannabis and
have
things,
a good
this might be a good place to kind of, because then you also get to talk to people that have experienced and said, I've had good results with this, not so good with this. And
exactly.
So forth and
if you're looking to grow yourself, there's going to be lots of people that are very educated in growing, products.
Just ballpark, and maybe I don't know, for like just average people. Is there a limit? Like, can they grow one plant, 12 plants?
You can have 6 matured plants.
Okay,
I
in your
believe.
house or your property.
And
or
it does have to be, secured and stuff. You don't want.
Sure.
They will steal them.
You can't just put it on your front porch with the rest of them.
I mean, you
probably
can.
not a good idea.
You can, but they might be gone the next morning.
My cats are funny. They keep eating the plants and acting all weird.
You're like, my cat's been sleeping for 2 days. I don't know what's going on.
He's eating all the food. I keep filling the bowl. He's sleeping.
Exactly.
But yeah. So I didn't know. Because I knew there was, but I was like, there has got to be a limit. You just can't.
Definitely a limit, unless you have a micro license. I mean, and that's limited also.
It's like any other, you got to get licensed stuff to do it. Because at that point, then you're starting to get into a retailer of it.
Yeah, you're a little bigger than homegrown.
Restrictions come in. They just don't let anybody grow marijuana and say pass it out to anybody. It's,
exactly.
You know, it's much more regulated, and that's the thing too. It's safer. That's, you know, with now that it's legal and now that you have actual companies, it's not a guy on the street corner selling you weed that may or may not be laced with something else, or let's face it. You know, that black market pricing and everything else that's going, and the danger that's involved with all that.
Yeah.
You know, now this is like going to a store, like going to Walmart or any other place, except for it's for cannabis.
Exactly, and you know it's safe. It's been tested. Mm-hmm. So everything that you find in a medical cannabis dispensary is traced from seed to sale.
Yeah.
So it's tracked all the way from the seeds. So that's good. It makes you feel better because you're safe. You know exactly what's in it,
where it's coming from. You're getting, you know, you're not getting something that's, you know, coming from a cartel somewhere.
Who knows where?
That's just, it's, you know, what you don't want. Do we want to know why fentanyl's a problem? Because cocaine, they had low crops of cocaine. That and the Colombians, they don't really care about, we didn't make as much, we're going to sell it. No, they got a bottom line to hit, or someone gets, you know, taken care of.
Yeah, and, we don't want that.
So they found that fentanyl was a thing to substitute to fill in for what they couldn't grow. And now they're getting it, and now you're seeing what's going on. They're like, hey, people like this more, and they're growing less and putting more fentanyl out there. And unfortunately, the fentanyl's 10 times more dangerous than anything in that cocaine. Now, I'm not saying cocaine's a safe bet and please do it, but when you add fentanyl into that mix, then it's a complete. It's a literally, you could do it once and die.
Deadly. It's deadly. It can be deadly. No, definitely.
And generally, cocaine's not like that. Not that I've taken it or have experienced, but I've watched enough movies to know that those people don't go that crazy on it. And so, but when you start lacing and all that, and that's what, and my point is, I'm getting off track, but my point is, all that's, none of that's part of this.
You have trusted growers growing it.
Exactly.
It's literally the same thing as you going to all subs, opening up the cooler, pulling out a 6-pack of Bud Light or whatever, and walking out the door.
Exactly.
It's
not
different
hooch made in someone's backyard.
Exactly. It's the same thing here.
Exactly.
So, give out your phone number and one more time if anybody has any questions or website stuff they can learn more about.
Yes. So our address is 610 West 2nd. We are on the corner of Washington and 2nd Street. Anyone is welcome that is 21 and over.
Sure, got to be of age.
Of age for recreational.
And they will, I'm sure, ID coming into the door.
We do ID everybody.
That's pretty standard operating procedure.
Yes, most definitely state regulations. We follow those. So 610 West 2nd, our phone number is 575-363-3060. 3106. I'm so sorry. I don't call to work ever.
You know what?
I never call in.
Because if you're driving to remember this, just type in SWOP Roswell NM and you'll get everything.
Definitely. And you can also choose other locations. If you happen to be somewhere else in Ruidoso, in Hobbs, in Portales, Clovis, we do have a company website and you can choose the location that you would like to look at our menu, online ordering, anything, phone number, directions, any of that you can find. So you can come see us.
Good deal. So ask questions. Learn more. If you're curious, do your research and let them help you do it. And
no question's a dumb question.
Exactly.
We will do our best to answer your questions.
Yeah, learn. Who knows? You may find out that
get you some relief.
Exactly.
Who doesn't want relief?
Headaches. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff they're finding that certain strains and certain ways of cannabis can help treat this stuff. It's really is a good thing. So please learn. Check it out. What do you got to lose?
Yes,
you might say, "Oh, this didn't help me," and you move on with your day.
Yeah, and come check us out at our event. Last year, this is our second annual. Last year we had one. It did better than we expected. So we've increased ticket sales this year. We're able to sell a little more tickets than we did last year.
And
very fun event.
And if you're growers out there, get in on the competition.
Come see us.
See if your growing skills are
bring your stuff out so we can try it. Samples.
Good deal. Excellent. Is there anything we missed, Trace? We get everything?
I think we're good. Just
excellent.
Read the Roswell Now magazine.
Yep. And check out the Chamber website, too, for updates.
Come by and see us.
And follow the Chamber on Facebook and Instagram.
Yep.
Those are the two social media.
And follow us on Instagram and Facebook also.
Excellent. While you're there.
Come get your tickets. You can come to the location. You can also do it on holdmyticket.com.
Okay.
So that's where you can get your tickets. It's going to be a great time.
If you don't remember those things, just go to the Facebook page, and then there's usually links right to that.
Call us.
Because you don't remember the hold my ticket / all
that stuff. Yes.
Just click that link.
Click. Just get on your phone and click.
Just do that. Point and click. That's for dummies. That's what we do. Thank you guys, and
thanks for
good
having
luck
us.
on the business, and we look forward to
Come
hear
see
more
me
and
if you need to.
and hopefully, who knows? Maybe that day we go. Next thing you know, SWOP will be like Budweiser. When it goes national and everything else.
We hope so. See us
grab
everywhere.
me an SWOP, please.
Yes. Yes.
Very good. Thank you guys. We'll see you again soon.
Thank you. Have a good day.
All right. It is 9:57. Quick break before they kick me off the radio. Don't go away.